It's 2019. Created the online training series a few years ago now. What's happening now?
Well, pretty much it was a very good time to actually ask all the people who have purchased the system and actively using it. I mentioned earlier about the fact that there's a lot of lessons, 169 of them. Some people have watched them many times and asking for more. I always ask them, well, what more do you want? What's missing? And a lot of them don't really know the answer to that. They're like, well, it's so comprehensive. There's not really anything missing. I just like them and want more.
Okay.
So this is why we're doing these kind of chats now as well. Is to kind of, I don't know, basically clear up any misconceptions, give a little bit more information about areas that people find challenging. So cold water diving, came up quite a bit, using a dry suit, and some of the correct weighting and things that are quite important, actually. So we're really addressing a lot of those different bits in some updated materials that will be released, 2 years on, back in 2019, early 2020. We're going to bring out a whole new series in terms of instructional training, so that can really help instructors do a better job. And this is really based around asking the hundreds and hundreds of people now, and thank you everyone who's done that, for investing in the materials. And it's enabled me with their feedback to really see how good it's doing, how good, useful it is to them as a student, as an instructor a lot of the time. And it's encouraged me to continue this and also grow the Sidemount team as well, right? To quite a few more of us to help do a better job.
So from the existing online training, what kind of feedback have you been getting from people that are taking the course?
Generally very, very good feedback. And I actually really ask people, hey, is there anything that you want to tell me? Is there anything that's not quite right? Anything I can improve? Because we're always looking to do it. And usually when you build a rapport with someone, the more, they feel better. And because they're paying good money for it, actually a lot of people, if there's something wrong, they'll be probably happy to tell you once they know that doorway's open. A lot of the time, I'm trying to think, there's not been any real negativity. And I can say right now that, they've got a problem with this. And there's a problem with that. There's been more people request things about dry suit training, and cold water diving, and issues they may have had that need clearing up, which we're going to try and address. But actually, no, people just want more of this style of training. So they're really liking the video-based instructional approach. They like the fact that they can repeat and watch the videos over and over, and it's just not something that they can do with other materials that are out there. They're just not training people in the same way.
So how do you see now your role in the sidemounting.com world?
Sure. Well, as things have changed, and everyone's life, no doubt, you do different things and whatnot. What's been very consistent for me is that I've always tried to offer the best training I can. Now, as an instructor, I can generally only do so much in the water, right? I've only got so many days available, and so much time to allocate. And at some point, I decided to try and help as many people as I could, and people that I would probably never get to meet. But by creating materials for my students that were taking in water courses, it kind of snowballed, didn't it, into what it is now, this online training that pretty much anybody can get their hands on. And with it, actually become a pretty competent Sidemount diver. Yes, if you had taken an instructor, local one near you, or one of our Sidemount Essential instructors, we're going to certainly fast track your ability through an in-water training course and the online training, combined to make you a very, very efficient, competent diver. But so my role really is now more, I'm of course still running courses. I've got a good passion to do cave training, and I also want to basically do a bit more of a tour around Europe next year, where I'm going to try and target a lot of dive centres as I tour around. I'm going to do lots of seminars and talks and offer Sidemount experience sessions along the way, and actually just get involved with the online training and giving people a chance to test it live, before they make that investment.
Sure.
Also gives me a chance to catch up with people who have done the online training already, potentially meet them for the first time. Maybe I can offer special training days for them because they've already got that, where I can do a bit of an assessment on where they're up to. Just be nice to meet the people on it and get some feedback, which I'll make some little mini interviews, recording what the people have to say about these online materials and how they've helped them. So it won't just be listening to us talk about it.
Sure.
We're actually going to have some people I'm sure would love to get in front of the camera and actually say what their real experience was.